Welcome back, everyone. So, about a month ago, I put on a new exhaust. Now, I filmed an entire video unboxing and installing this exhaust, but I wasn't happy with it. Came out kind of shitty, it was rushed. I was extremely tired when I was doing it. I did it in like 10 different segments. But yeah, my action camera didn't record when I did the first ride, like reaction to it and all that. So I did it again, and then it came out even worse. And so yeah, I scrapped the whole video. But here I am. Now it's like a month later. I've been riding with it for a while. It is the Black Widow exhaust for the Crf300s. Now they sell the full exhaust, and you have like, it's got to be like 20 different options for end cans on this thing. And I ended up going with like the medium length. I think it's like a 300 millimeter in black. And yeah, they have them in chrome. They have all different kind of ends and sizes, everything. You have a lot of options with Black Widow, which is nice. And yeah, I didn't see too much stuff online with them. There was like a couple videos here and there, but I never saw one with like this exact setup, so I was kind of rolling the dice. But they all sounded good online, like very deep, you know, good tone to it, nothing like too raspy. And they were cheap too. You know, I think this thing was around 400, maybe mid 400s or so, you know, compared to a Yoshi, which is mid 6s to high 6s. You know, it's not going to be like the quality of like a Yoshi or an Arrow or something, but to be honest, like the quality is pretty solid for the price I paid for this thing. So Black Widow exhaust, they're a company out of the UK, so you do have to pay a decent amount in shipping to get it to the US, and you also have to pay tariffs, unfortunately, because that's just the times we live in right now. But yeah, all said and done, it actually shipped here pretty quick. It was here in like a week, which was very nice. And install was pretty simple. You know, everything, these single cylinder exhausts are usually super simple. It's just the header, you know, the flange and a little mid pipe, and then the hanger and the muffler. So it's very simple. Good thing about Black Widow is you could actually use your stock heat shield. This thing comes with, you know, 2 mounts that are threaded, which made it super simple to just swap on over to this. And yeah, it's been good. You know, it's definitely on the loud side, I'll say that. Even with the baffle in it that comes with it, it's pretty loud. And normally, like, I don't mind loud exhausts. I've always had loud pipes on my bikes, but for some reason this thing is just like, when you get it on the highway, it is super loud, to the point where it's a pretty annoying kind of droning sound in your ears, in your helmet. You know, it gets old very quick. So I ended up ordering this other baffle that goes on like the inlet side of the muffler from Black Widow. Black Widow was having a couple shipping problems the past like month or so. So I ordered this thing like 2 weeks ago. Didn't get any kind of tracking number or any info from UPS. So I reached out to Black Widow, and you know, they were great about it. They were like, "Oh, I'm sorry, like we'll send one out today. We'll send another one out today with tracking information." And then I got home from work, and this thing was sitting in the mail. So now I'm gonna have 2 suppressors, but that's fine. If I do end up getting another bike with another Black Widow system, at least I'll have this on hand. But let's see. Yeah, like I said, this is like another DB killer that goes on the inlet side, which should hopefully take the edge off this thing, make it a little more tolerable on the highway. Because unfortunately, I do a lot of highway riding on this bike. It's just the way it is around this location with commuting, and just to get anywhere, you do have to take some highway. Let's see. All right, pretty standard. Looks like a silencer on like an old school machine gun. But you just plug it in the inlet side. I'll take the muffler off and do it up. But I'll get a quick clip of what it sounds like now with just the stock baffle in and how loud it is, and then I'll do a clip with this thing in it. Now I'm not sure how well the audio will pick up. Even when I did my initial ride with this thing, when I first put it on, like my camera and like my action cam, like nothing really picks it up what it sounds like in person. No audio recording device is ever really going to pick up what you hear with your own ears, but at least you'll be able to tell a little bit on here. This is with the stock dB killer on the outlet side. I don't want to let it get too hot because I am going to be taking this whole thing off, but so you got a little bit of a gist of how it sounded. All right. It took no longer than 5 minutes to take this whole piece off and get the new inlet baffle in there, and now let's test it out. Let's see how it sounds. All right, that's much better. I will throw on my helmet with my other camera on it and take y'all for a ride. Like I said, it doesn't really, audio recording on video doesn't do it justice, but still, we'll go for a quick ride. But yeah, we'll see how it is under load and under actual riding conditions, how it sounds. Maybe I'll take it on the highway. I think there's a lot of traffic right now, but we'll see. All right, so right off the bat, I could tell it's a lot more tolerable. Just going throughout the revs and everything, it just seems like it doesn't have that bite that was up top. I'm gonna ride to this access road that was closed when I did the first video, and I was able to get on it and really rip, but it's open now, so we'll see. But I can usually get up to highway speeds on this road because it's just like wide open. It's crazy because when I did the first video, I mean, it probably was a month ago. The fuck is this guy doing? But it probably was a month ago and it was like full summer, 90 degrees. All the leaves still have their trees. Everything's kind of turning now and starting to change with the seasons. But that's all it takes in a month. Alright, let's see. I'll probably add video from the original of what it sounded like wide open throttle without this dB killer in it. I'll add it in here. Yeah, that is perfect. That honestly, oh, it's such a difference over what it was before. This will actually be tolerable, which is going to make this thing a lot more fun to ride distance on the highway. See, I did a couple of ride-bys here when this road was closed, but now that it's open, it might be a little tougher. Let's see what I can do. Ah, fuck. At some point this fell down. Hopefully not before I got some footage. So yeah. Much better. Like, loud bikes are fine. I love loud exhaust. I love loud bikes, always have. But there's a certain tone that some pipes have that will just drive you fucking insane on the highway for long term, you know. I mean, this bike isn't like made for long-term touring on at highway speeds by any means, but like I said, where I live, you know, you kind of have to go on the highway to get anywhere. Like anywhere good, at least. But yeah, so this thing unfortunately has to do it. But man, just having exhaust on this thing over stock has been like night and day, because it was so quiet from the factory. And also I got this thing tuned by 550 Performance too. I sent the ECU out, they reflashed it for everything I have on it, and did a fucking amazing job. You could tell it's got so much more pull throughout all the gears. I'm not like a wheelie guy, but I mean, this thing it lifts up so easy now. Like effortlessly for such a low powered bike. But yeah, it's fun though. You know, you could definitely tell the power. I haven't really ridden it off road yet since getting the tune, which I'm interested in hopefully doing soon when I get a little more time. But yeah. Alright, well, I'm probably just gonna chill out at the beach here for a little bit. Just relax. I just got out of work. And yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.